It is good that God brought peace on earth. A heavenly host said so. And if the heavenly host was wrong, then we're in real trouble. It is good that God brought peace on earth among those with whom he is pleased. The experience of life on earth is quite the opposite of peace, as a dear friend of mine says after emptying himself of various complaints about family, church, local politics, state politics, national politics, and the sorry state of car manufacturing. He says, well, such is life on earth. I can do nothing other than agree. What was life like on earth for the shepherds in the hills above Bethlehem gathered around a campfire? Of course, there was no other light, no security lamp, no flashlights, no glow of city street lights, nothing at all, really. The man keeping watch with his buddies had his back turned to the fire, peering out into utter darkness, where dwelt every sort of prowling evil, seeking to kill his flock, and as a bonus, to kill him and his friends. And so he peered until it was the late watch of the night, absolute darkness, and it was the next guy's turn to look for that telltale glint, the eyes of a wild animal. It's not just dark, it's ferocious. Suddenly there was light. The first Christmas Eve after my dad died, my mom called, terribly upset, as you might imagine, as you might sympathize. She called, saying, almost before I had the phone to my ear, if anyone tells you they want to marry them on Christmas, you say no. Tell them no. It's too horrible to bear. I promised her. My mom and dad got married on Christmas Day, 1971, joyously, the eligible bachelor, college-educated, and the German girl who came to visit her aunt in America and somehow landed the eligible bachelor in one of the great victories of marriage kind. Married on Christmas Day, 1971, and now, since 2005, Christmas Day is... What is it? What is the birth of Jesus? Is it the outburst of heaven on earth? Is it the light of heaven suddenly pouring forth, beaming into the chaos of dark death? Did God really bring peace on earth? For unto you this day... After every election, a fair number of the population are well pleased, absolutely certain that this time they got it right. And if their people can hold off the evil of those people, why, this time for absolute sure, the world will come to peace and be a better place. Trust not in princes, God says. They are but mortal. Worse than that, when we send them to our capitals, we elect these people. When we send them to our capitals, they descend into the same great heights as Caesar Augustus, arguing how they might count us, that we might be taxed by them. And right before the next election, we are all sorely disappointed that peace did not come, despite the price. And then we elect the next bunch, optimistic in ourselves, once again. We live in the most prosperous, most peaceful time in human history, but one glance at it all is enough to convince us that it is pure dysfunction, and the anxiety begins to build. This prosperity is not lasting. We never once seriously think, we keep electing these people. Maybe it's us. As for us, it is twinkle lights, the commercial sights, all our holiday delights, which push against our frights. But we muster only as much as a shepherd does, a campfire in a ferocious darkness, at best watching out for each other so the monsters of the dark don't snatch ours and ourselves away. Suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among those with whom he is pleased. It is a matter of fact that Caesar Augustus decreed a census. It is a matter of fact that Quirinius was governor of Syria. It is a matter of fact that the subjects of these rulers obeyed the decree, and each went to his hometown. It is a matter of witness that Joseph took his betrothed, Mary, and probably a matter of fact that he registered for the census with her. It is a matter of witness that she gave birth to Jesus, and it is a matter of witness that she wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger. The shepherds, those lowlifes, said they saw the light of heaven. Say, how much light was there in the stable anyway? How much peace was there, what with all the cattle lowing? If the shepherds are telling the truth, and who's to say they are? If the shepherds are telling the truth, do you say they are? If the shepherds are telling the truth, then it is true that there is peace on earth among those with whom God is pleased. It is true, then, that this defunct royal throne of the ancient Near East is really the throne of God in heaven. It is true, then, that this Son, born of Mary, is the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. If the shepherds are telling the truth, then all the anxieties brought about by those prowling nightmares, wrapped up in death and taxes, are nothing at all. Just shades of a world now past. He would prove it, according to witnesses, by coming back from the dead. That's something, isn't it? For you, this day, a sign, a baby wrapped in swaddling cloths, lying in a manger. It's almost too much, isn't it?